Hey YouTube, it's Sean, Griffin RC Planes. So I love taking requests and I love having video ideas. This idea was, can we do a mix on a switch to have the throttle control the elevator for hand launching of a plane? The scenario is you have your transmitter in your left hand, you have your plane in your right hand. You want to give your transmitter full throttle, and that will make the elevator go up. Then throw the plane, put both hands on the transmitter, turn the switch off, so now the elevator goes back to level flight, and then you can control the throttle and everything with both hands. So in order to do this, you do not need a plane at this point, only your transmitter. And with the scroll wheel here, we'll tap it and we'll roll down till we find mixes. And you can see that some of the radios have a preset mix to choose from. This one has a rudder, is the master, and it slaves the aileron / elevator. And there's another one for the aileron controls the rudder. But there's no throttle to elevator, so we need to make one. So we'll roll the scroll wheel down to mix one in this case, and then we'll select by pressing the scroll wheel, and then we'll roll the scroll wheel to where it says normal. Some transmitters have this choice to make, some don't. We're just going to click normal because all transmitters have normal. We can do videos on the other options at a different time. So where it says NIH and NIH right here stands for inoperable or inhibited. The first box will be where we're going to put the throttle, and the throttle is the master, and it's going to slave the elevator. Okay, so the throttle controls the elevator. So in this box here, we're going to select the scroll wheel. I pressed it, and then I'm rolling it to the right, and our first choice is the throttle. So then we'll press the scroll wheel and select it. And then we'll roll the scroll wheel to the right, and then we'll press it, and then I'm rolling it to the right, and we found elevator. Then I press the scroll wheel. Now down here where it says the rate, the percentages, and the offset percentages, let's not mess with that right now. Let's keep it simple. Look over to the left on the monitor screen. That's all the channels and where they're set right now and what they do. Look at the throttle. Right now my stick is at the lowest point and it's showing -98. Keep in mind that how the transmitters work are the centered position is 0, all the way down is -100, all the way at the top is +100. So the throttle is at the very bottom, it's low. Watch the throttle as I give it full throttle. See it going up. In the middle it's 0, and then full blast is +99. Then look at the elevator, the third one down. Right now it's centered. I'm going to give it full up elevator. In my case it's 62% because that's just how I have it programmed. And then full down elevator, negative. In the center 0, full up elevator. Okay, so over here where the rate percentages are, in the very first box here, let's just roll the scroll wheel to the left. Say we'll put it at 35, okay? And then just leave it like that. Now look back on the monitor screen on the left. Look at the throttle, -98. I'm going to take it up to a little over half throttle. Look at the elevator. The elevator gained 15% up when I have the throttle at 48%. Now the throttle's at full blast, and look at the elevator. All right, so we'll just leave it like that for right now. All the adjustments can be pertaining to what you want. So then we're going to press the scroll wheel to select that, and then We want it on a switch to be able to turn it off and on. So let's roll the scroll wheel down to where it says switch. Right now, the mix is just always on. But we'll go down here to switch and press the scroll wheel. The newer transmitters, all you have to do is flip the switch, whatever switch you want to control this. Some transmitters, you have to roll the scroll wheel and pick what switch, okay? In this case, we can just flip the switch, and I just flipped the C switch. All right, we're going to have the mix on when the switch is at the very top, and that is 0. Watch the cursor down there where 0 has the little box underneath it. So my switch is on the 0 position. Now I'm going to put the switch in the middle. So now the cursor went to 1. Now I'm going to put the switch in the very bottom. The cursor went to 2. Okay. The number 1 is black, and the 0 is like you call it white, and the 2 is white. The darker one is where the mix is set to be on. We want the mix to work in the very top setting, which is number 2. So let's press the scroll wheel and let's roll down here where we can highlight different parts of the switch. So when the switch is at the very top, it's in 0. So let's make that black and make the other 2 white. So now my switch is at the very top and 0. You can see the cursor is down there where the box is black. Now I'm going to put the switch in the middle position. The cursor's in the middle and the box is white. The switch in the very bottom, 2, and it's white. So I'm just rolling the scroll wheel, just kind of getting it up here out of the way. Look at our monitor screen on the left. The throttle is at -98, which is no throttle. The elevator's at 0%. My switch is in number 2. You can see the cursor down there. So the mix is not going to work in the 2 position or the 1 position, only in 0, where it's highlighted in black. So watch the monitor screen. I'm going to give it full throttle. So now, see it moving in the top? Full throttle, positive 98. The elevator is nothing, 0%. Okay, no throttle. Now I'm going to move my elevator stick to full throttle, or full up, 62%. All right. Let's look back down here at the switch where our cursor's highlighting number 2. I'm going to flip the switch all the way up to position 0. Now go back to the monitor screen and look at the throttle. I'm going to give it full throttle. Look what happened to the elevator. It went to 31%. No throttle. No elevator. Full throttle. 31% elevator. The switch is in the 0 position. Go back down to where the switches are. The cursor's on 0 and it's black. I'm going to flip the switch down to 2. See the cursor moved to 2? Now look over at the monitor screen. The throttle is still at full throttle and the elevator's at 0. I'm going to flip the switch back up to 0. Elevator went to 31%. Now I'm going to go no throttle. Elevator's at 0, throttle's at negative. Let's go look at the plane. So we have just created the mix on our transmitter. Now we have our plane. This is my foam board test airplane. All the control surfaces are different colors, so we can easily identify something. If I say, hey, look at the yellow elevator. The blue flag in the middle with the smiley face is our motor. Right now, it is in no throttle. When it moves to your left, it's full throttle. Right now, I'm going to give it full throttle. Okay. Here is the transmitter. Full throttle. Okay. Let's spin our plane around so we can see things from a different angle. We have the yellow elevator and the blue throttle. Full throttle, no throttle. Elevator up, elevator down. We created our mix on the C switch, and we made our mix operate when it was at the very top setting. Full throttle, elevator up, no throttle. So you're getting ready to throw your plane. You're ready to go. Your transmitter's in your left hand. Your plane is in your right hand. You give it full throttle. You throw the plane. Put both hands on the transmitter. Turn off the mix. Now you're flying it.